What's up guys, it's Somi here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news update video, because it looks like Nico Schlotterbeck, who is one of Liverpool's top priority targets for a centre-back signing, he is running down his contract and he's not going to renew at Dortmund. So this is a great opportunity for Liverpool to get a fantastic, very experienced, world-class centre-back who is 25 years old, so he's at the peak of his powers. The next 5 years will be probably the best years of Nico Schlotterbeck's career, and Dortmund will be tempted to sell with him entering the last year of his contract. And of course, Schlotterbeck is one of the best centre-back options on the market. Mark Gay will be a free transfer next summer, so Liverpool are keeping an eye on him as well. But with Konate running down his contract, with Joe Gomez being out of favor and also injury prone, and Van Dijk turning 35 years old very soon, Liverpool definitely need to sign one, maybe even two centre-backs, either in January or at the least next summer. And the issue has been magnified in recent months with Konate's form being very up and down. He was pretty terrible against Manchester City and he was targeted by opponents when he's on the ball. And of course, Leone's long-term injury means that Liverpool are one man short at centre-back. So that might just force Liverpool into action to get Nico Schlotterbeck in the January transfer window, which is still possible because of this contract situation. Also, Van Dijk turns 35 years old, and there is still no certainty about Konate's contract. Even though Liverpool keep offering Konate higher and higher wages, Konate still hasn't signed a new contract. The problem with Mark Gay is that Liverpool, even though Mark Gay already agreed to join Liverpool, the transfer fell through, even though he completed part of his medical. Now Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, clubs like these can negotiate with Gay from January the 1st officially, so that is going to be difficult to get that deal done. But this is a major boost that Nico Schlotterbeck's contract is running down, that Liverpool could swoop in and get him either in January or next summer. Liverpool could get something done in January because of the precarious situation of the centre-back area, because Leone being out injured. I mean, if Konate or Van Dijk, either of them get seriously injured, then Liverpool are in major trouble. Then we would have to play Joe Gomez for an extended period of time, and he can't play 2 or 3 games every week because he will get injured. So yes, Liverpool have a backup in Joe Gomez, but I think Liverpool absolutely need a new centre-back. Schlotterbeck is refusing to extend his contract at Dortmund, which expires in 2027. So that means if Dortmund don't sell in 2026, so next summer, then they will lose him for peanuts or absolutely nothing. And Dortmund are not in a financial situation where they can afford to let one of their best centre-backs go, probably their best centre-back and one of their best players, Nico Schlotterbeck, go on a free transfer. Dortmund had been prepared to offer a new deal for Schlotterbeck until 2030. But as of now, he has not shown any inclination to commit to his future. And of course, Liverpool already conceded 17 goals this season in the Premier League in like 10 or 11 games. So definitely the centre-back situation needs to be addressed. And we can't be certain whether Mark Gay is coming in the summer because he has so many options. And Schlotterbeck is unhappy with Dortmund. The style of play, especially the new manager Niko Kovac's pragmatic style of play. So Nico Schlotterbeck feels that he needs to go on a new chapter. And yes, he won some cups with Dortmund, but the league title has eluded him. Only Bayern Munich and once Leverkusen won the German title, the Bundesliga title, in the last like 12 or 13 years. So Dortmund haven't won the league title since Jurgen Klopp was the manager there. And also Nico Schlotterbeck wants a team, wants an environment which suits his game, that he views this tactical identity very carefully. He looks at it and he will select the team that he goes to where he can win trophies, where he can play in a major league, where he can play Champions League football, of course, and where he's important. And I think Nico Schlotterbeck would be a great signing for Liverpool, but also it would be great for Nico Schlotterbeck's career if he went to a really huge mega club like Liverpool, where he can fight for trophies and titles. Not necessarily in this season, but in the next 5 years, the expectation is for Liverpool to fight for the Premier League, for the Champions League. And if Arne Slot gets it right, Liverpool have the firepower to blow teams away, but defensively we need to improve. Konate has been surprisingly inconsistent with his form this season, and Liverpool already offered fresh contract terms. That was confirmed by the L'Equipe French newspaper, and they remain hopeful of an agreement, but that's not a certainty. So Liverpool have to plan for the eventuality. If Konate leaves, what should Liverpool do? So I think signing Schlotterbeck in January will be difficult because Dortmund don't want to sell in January, of course. But if Nico Schlotterbeck comes out and states, I'm not signing a new contract, I want to leave, then that might force Dortmund's hand, and that might force Dortmund to sell for a reasonable price. I think around 30-40 million pounds would be reasonable. Of course, Dortmund would want 60-70, so maybe 50 or 45 million pounds could be a reasonable compromise. So at the moment, Liverpool are waiting, but until Schlotterbeck signs a new contract, Liverpool will be happy to go in January and test Dortmund's resolve, and Liverpool are making concrete efforts to land Schlotterbeck, but they have eyes on Mark Guehi and even Dayot Upamecano, whose contract is also running down at Bayern Munich. And these elite centre-backs like Mark Guehi and Nico Schlotterbeck, who have experience, who have the know-how, and who have long-term potential, and who have a very strong international experience, not just Premier League and Bundesliga and club appearance, but international appearance. These players, these centre-backs especially, don't come on the market every 6 months. So when they do come on the market, then Liverpool have to pounce and have to get these players because other clubs will be targeting them. Schlotterbeck has played 134 games for Dortmund. He got 6 goals and got 16 assists in all competitions. The major problem is the uncertainty around Konate. Until Liverpool know what Konate is going to do, it's difficult to decide whether to go for Mark Guehi or Schlotterbeck or even both. I think Schlotterbeck is needed even if Konate stays, because that would leave Konate, Van Dijk, Leone and Joe Gomez. And Joe Gomez will probably leave next summer if an upgrade can be signed. But I think even if Konate stays, Liverpool need these rotational options. So if Konate has a bad run of form, then Schlotterbeck and Van Dijk can play. And I mean, honestly, right now, I would say Schlotterbeck is a better player than Konate because of Konate having a really bad 6 months. He was very good in the first half of last season, but in the second half of last season, his form really dropped off. And Schlotterbeck feels the most attainable player out of this list, out of Mark Guehi, Dayot Upamecano and Nico Schlotterbeck. Schlotterbeck is the most gettable and attainable, and he is the most system ready. So you can drop him into the Liverpool system and he will be alright because of his experience and know-how. And I think a Schlotterbeck-Van Dijk centre-back partnership would be much better than a Konate-Van Dijk centre-back partnership. Van Dijk hasn't been as good as last season, but he has been nowhere near as bad as Konate. And of course, Liverpool fans would welcome Liverpool striking early rather than drifting into another summer where the defensive rivals lag behind the other, like squad planning. Because look how decisive Liverpool were in the attacking department. We signed Ekitike, Wirtz, Isak, 3 world-class players. And yes, the jury is still out with Wirtz and Isak. And Ekitike's form has been a little bit less convincing in the last few weeks. But still, those 3 players, once Liverpool get this system right, will flourish and they will score a bucket load of goals. The problem is mostly at the other end. Liverpool need to get back to keeping clean sheets. And we were on the right track. We kept a clean sheet against Aston Villa and Real Madrid back-to-back. But then against Man City, Liverpool got some unlucky goals, but also defensively we were too easy to play through, and that's not an ideal solution. So let me know, do you think Schlotterbeck would be a great signing? Do you think he's worth 50-60 million? Should Liverpool go in and try to bid that amount in the January transfer window for him? Let me know in the comments below. And also, Fabrizio Romano commented on these rumors that Arne Slot is maybe going to get sacked by the Liverpool board. There were some rumors circling around, and of course it's inevitable because Liverpool have lost 5 of the last 6 Premier League games, and then the manager will be inevitably questioned. But Fabrizio Romano said it has been a complicated start to the season for Liverpool, but what I can say is that the information arrives very clear. Liverpool keep backing the manager Arne Slot. Liverpool keep supporting their coach. Liverpool keep believing Arne Slot is the right man for this job, is the right man to fix the situation, and he's the right man to help this team perform after many signings, after many changes, after many different things compared to last season. And so Liverpool maintain their confidence in the manager. There is no contact with any other agent or representative of a different manager. There is full trust in Arne Slot from the players and from the club. So the situation remains absolutely 100% under control. Liverpool have absolutely no intention to change anything, and I think that's the right decision. That's the sensible decision, because Arne Slot with a lesser squad won the league last season. This season I think the squad is better, but because of so many changes, because of changing the system, the personnel, and also some of the top players not performing to their usual high standards, Liverpool struggled. And it's not just down to the manager, it's down to the players as well. And I think Arne Slot has all the tools, all the know-how, all the knowledge, all the smart tactical decisions to fix this. I fully believe in him. So give him time. Let's see where we are at the end of the season. If Liverpool finish outside of the Champions League places, Liverpool get knocked out early in the Champions League, in the FA Cup, then you can question the manager. But right now, in the middle of the season, when the season is still very, very early, and yes, Liverpool are in not a great position in the Premier League right now, but things can change so quickly in football. Just like at the start of the season, everything was hunky-dory, all roses, sunshine and rainbows. Liverpool are going to win the league again. That's what Liverpool fans were saying. And now some Liverpool fans say that Liverpool are doomed, sack Arne Slot. So, football fans can be so fickle. I think you need to trust the process and trust Arne Slot. He has a lot of credit in the bank. Who has won the Premier League in their first season? Just Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte, and maybe Gus Hiddink, but I can't remember exactly. Even Pep Guardiola didn't win the Premier League in his first season, only his second season. So, and I mean Mikel Arteta, who everybody is loading right now, he hasn't won the Premier League yet. He might win it this season as things stand, but still, that shows that, you need to trust Arne Slot and you need to let him build this new team, because it's a brand new team, it's a transitional season, and we expected this last season. I think everybody, before Arne Slot was appointed, everybody would have snapped your hand off if you offered any Liverpool fan, when Jurgen Klopp walked out, that Arne Slot comes in, first season we're gonna win the league, and then second season we're gonna struggle. I think everybody would have said, okay, deal. I just want another Premier League title. So give Arne Slot time. I think that he will work this out. And also one more thing about Konate's contract. The L'Equipe newspaper says that they understand that even though Konate has been inconsistent this season and there is interest from Real Madrid, Liverpool executives continue to do what is necessary for Konate to stay at Liverpool and to extend his contract. In the same way they did with Van Dijk and Salah, they keep offering Konate higher wages, bigger contract. The outlet adds that Liverpool have transmitted a new contract renewal proposal to Konate's entourage in those last few days. Liverpool are said to be confident regarding the outcome of the negotiations, and they are convinced that Konate's status in Arne Slot's squad is a strong evidence that his future lies at Liverpool. Even though Liverpool have been linked with Bastoni, the Inter centre-back, I might make a video dedicated about this transfer rumor, because I think he's a very interesting profile of a player. And I think signing Schlotterbeck in January is a lot more realistic than signing Margay or Bastoni or anybody else in January. And do you agree with me that Liverpool need a centre-back in the January transfer window? Let me know your thoughts down below, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.